Good evening everyone, how we're all doing today? We are in for another commentary this week, this time in the 107% Racing League. We're here for round 5 in Zandvoort for the tier 1 category. It's pretty short track, it's Zandvoort, and if there's one thing that's key here, it's just being consistent, I suppose. It's a very tough track and I expect quite a few DNFs tonight on track because of this hard track. I'm very curious to see actually if the race is going to be dry or wet, maybe even some mixed conditions. As a commentator, that's something we like to see. It makes the race more interesting in my opinion. In the standings though, it's Luke who is leading with only a 3-point advantage over Veggie. I think, are they in for tonight? Luke is in for tonight, but I don't think Veggie is. No, he isn't in. So the second one in the standings is not in for tonight, but the leader is in. Is Cargo in? Cargo is not in as well. That's third in the standings. And we have Crescent. Is he in for tonight? He is. So these guys are in for tonight, and it's all to play for here, that's for sure. Tonight we have a sprint race, which will be followed by reverse grid. 50% race is a one-shot qualifying to determine who will start on pole for the sprint race here. Now a reverse grid means that the guy who finished in last in the sprint race will start on the pole position in the next race, and the guy who finished first will start at the back. So that's something you just love to see. Actually brings more like tension to the game, and yeah, it's something very interesting, of course. So we'll start in like, what is it, I think 1 minute or something. Then we're on the way with a one-shot qualifying, just one lap. Drivers will do one lap, and that will determine who'll start on pole position. So if you invalidate your lap, that will start from the back on the sprint race. So let's see, that's a good one. As we're waiting for the guys to ready up here for their one-shot qualifying, and it seems dry, so that's something the drivers will love. Session will be underway in 42 seconds from now. Let's wait for everyone to ready up. It's a bit glitchy in my opinion here. Was a bit glitchy, the screen. We'll start in 30 seconds, alright. We'll be on the way in less than 10 seconds from now on. Takes a bit long in my opinion here. Let's put the telemetry up, the lap data up, the track map on full track map. Here it's Luke is currently on pole position. Let's actually go to Luke's lap, if it lets me. Yeah, that's Luke here who is on his lap. He's the current championship leader in the AlphaTauri here in Zandvoort, coming out to Zandvoort. Pretty tight track, to be fair. One of the most difficult circuits in the game, and as we see ZGS there just crashing it out in the one-shot qualifying session here. That's not a good start for a weekend for him. So we have So Puli now in first place, Luke in second place, Loman third, Fruitgivers now third. But what will be the gap? Crescent's now going to third, the fourth one in the championship standings there in the McLaren, and Luke has spun it. Luke has just spun it, and he will start from the back here today. That's the championship leader. So Pully puts out a 1:11.2. He's more than 8/10 of a second quicker than Fruitgiver and Crescent Enemy with third with a 1:12.2. Luke unfortunately crashing it out here in the AlphaTauri. So we will start from the back in the sprint race. That's not a good start for a weekend for him. He'll start in 10th place. There are only 11 drivers today, but I'm sure it will be very entertaining here. Logan has decided to go on mediums, so he'll probably on medium soft strategy then, and the rest will go for soft mediums. Now the softs will be faster in the beginning, but the medium will be faster at near the end of the soft stint. So yeah, I think Logan will be definitely faster towards the end of the race when he's on the soft compound and all the rest on the medium compound. So waiting for the guys to ready up here, and it seems very dark here, so I think there's some chance we might see some rain here. I think we might see some rain, you know. It's very cloudy, and with cloudy I mean very cloudy here. We're waiting for everyone to ready up and determine their strategies for this sprint race here today in the 107% Racing League. Let's make it a good one, guys. We'll be underway with the formation lap firstly, I think. Let me put up the telemetry, lap data, we don't need that. A few guys disqualified already here. Let's see what tires everyone is starting on. There's two guys starting on the mediums. These are ZGS and Low, and all the rest qualified themselves on the soft compound, so they will start on the soft compound here today. Very nice to see that we have both Red Bulls in for today. We also have both Alfa Romeos in for today. And all the rest is not like a full grid, is it? No, there's only just one driver from each team apart from Alfa Romeo and Red Bull. They all need to represent their team as good as they can. And that is exactly what So Pully is doing here in the Alpine, which was the previous Renault. It's a French team here. It's normally a midfield team, but the cars are an equal performance, which means that every single car is as fast as the other one. So we're waiting for the guys to go back to the grid to start this Grand Prix here in Zandvoort in the Netherlands. As you see the new Red Bull livery there, as you see how like this track, man, it is so tight, and it's so tight and so hard to not crash out. Let's see when everyone is ready. We're good to go, almost here in Zandvoort for 18 laps. We are underway in Zandvoort very shortly. Now we are underway in Zandvoort. And what are we seeing here? The first, coming into the first corner, we have a bit of a touch between the Alpine there from Loam, I think it was. Someone else, it was, I think, CGS or something. But I think everyone is fine, to be fair. As I see someone going really wide there. Who was that? Well, someone going really wide. Glad to see everyone has made it out well in the start. Really glad to see that. That no one's crashed it out in the first couple of corners, because if you crash it out there, the race is just over. There's a sprint race. So yeah. As you can see, some very good and tight racing in here. We have Lowen, who is getting attacked by ZGS here. We start from 11th place on the grid on the medium compound. We have a crash there from Tiku. Tiku has crashed it, and yeah, that's a very popular space to crash it, isn't it? Like a NASCAR corner. Anonymous is pitted now. He gets a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. I think that was the guy who went a bit wide there. Yeah, it's I think it's also a very hard circuit to overtake the guy in front of you, because yeah, it's so tight. It's such a fast circuit as well. As we see Luis Furtado now coming up to the back of Fruit Giver here in the Ferrari. Can I make something entertaining for us here as we see who is that? I said Johnny. Yes, Johnny would just and he almost hit a Tiku there as well. That was a bit of a harsh return to the track, but nothing has happened, so I suppose this is good here as we see him spinning it out again. Yeah, he's spinning it out again. He's trying his best. Yeah, these tires are just overheating. He doesn't need to force anything now, because it'll just get worse and worse from there. He's still still on track. As we see a very close racing here between Fruitgiver, Luz Furtado and Crescent Enemy here. They are so close to each other in the battle for second place, third place and fourth place here. And oh, Johnny's just spun it again, and it's just I think you might call it a day, you know. Pagey coming into the chat saying, "Come on, McLaren," and shout out to Exotic. Thank you for that, Pagey. Yeah, very unfortunate he couldn't make it tonight, but we're just enjoying it as much as we can. As we see it, what was that? We see, and that's at the end of the race for Luis Furtado there, because of Johnny was just unsafely joining. Ghosting is off in this league, and we have a virtual safety car for that. So the stewards will definitely review that after the Grand Prix here. And why is Krondog overtaking low when there's a virtual safety car? So you're not supposed to overtake the guy in front of you. So will you get penalized for that? Maybe even disqualified for that, Krondog. Mr. Tide on the pit lane now, yeah. It's very unfortunate for him. He couldn't do anything there. It was just Johnny's mistake, that. So yeah. That's him in the pit lane and into 9th place. We're still under virtual safety car conditions here. And it's switched to a full safety car. It has switched itself to a full safety car here in the sprint race in Zandvoort. So what will everyone decide to do? Will everyone just go in for the medium combat, maybe bring it towards the end of the race? That would be the most obvious thing to do, I think. Let's see with Sopuli if he is, and Johnny is just DNF'd. He's crashed it out, and he has left the session as well. Sopuli stays out, and I think Johnny has just left the session. We have a reverse grid after this as well. CGS gets a 5-second time penalty for speeding in pit lane, so that might be joining out of the reverse grid race as well. Luke in the pit lane here for new nose, and he's going towards the hard compound. What's the rest actually doing? CGS for softs. He's pitted for softs, so that means he needs to pit again probably. And I don't know if that's very wise of him to do that. Luke on hards, he will bring this towards the end of the Grand Prix. Mediums probably going all the way there. Don't know about Lone, who is in 4-lap old mediums here. I think he needs to pit again. Yeah, he definitely needs to pit again. He hasn't pitted yet, and that's a rule in sprint race. You need to pit at least once. So yeah, that's the top 3 we still need to pit, and all the rest, I think they will bring their tires towards the end of the race here. So that's been very entertaining race here in Zandvoort today. And we're just 5 laps in, and this is just the first race, because we have 2 races. Like I told before, we have a reverse grid after this, which will be 36 laps instead of 18 laps. So we have pretty much racing action today here to entertain you guys with. Very fortunate that Veggie couldn't make it. He's second in the standings. So yeah, Luke gets a 5-second time for the. He's pitting again. Oh, he goes to the mediums here. He switched strategy all around. He saw everyone's going to mediums and softs. He went to the hard compound. The hards are much slower than mediums and softs. So, yeah, that's him going in for mediums to keep up the pace with everyone. Safety car will probably be in this lap. Yeah, so Pooley still leading the Grand Prix here, but he needs to pit again. We have Dog in second place, still needs to pit again. Lowe needs to pit again, he's in third place. Then we have Crescent, who is the 4th in the championship standing. He's only 7 points behind our championship leader Luke. He's in 4th place for now, with Fruit Giver in 5th and CGS in 6th. We have Luis Furtado in 7th, Tico in 8, and then he was in 9, and Luke in 10, and Johnny has crashed it out here on track in the first race already. That's a bit of summary there of this Grand Prix, and we get the message that the safety cars in this lap. So hopefully everyone comes around very nicely here. Someone going in the chat saying, can you still join? I don't know for sure, mate. We have a reverse grid after this, you know. So maybe you can join then. I think you need to give Loam 79 a message for that. He's Dal on Discord, Dal127. So you'll decide that properly. As we have a... Oh! And that was a pretty rough restart, and we Fruit Giver crashing it out, where Luis Furtado crashing in it as well. And that's 3 or 4 guys just standing still there on track. And that is just a safety car, isn't it? That definitely needs to be a safety car there. If that isn't a safety car, what is? Oh my god. That was very unfortunate to see as one of the... Oh, that was just unfortunate. Jesus Christ, never seen anything like it in the F1 2021 game, so... Yeah, I got on a stream, so... As we have a battle for the lead now between Supuli, Dog and Crescent Enemy rebelling it out. And Luis Furtado's crashed it out, Fruit Giver's crashed it out, oh my god. And Luke was involved in the crash as well, I think. Lone was involved in the crash, CGS and Tico as well. As we have a battle now, don't really have a battle actually, it's just 1 second separating each other here. There's no real battles going on right now. There's only 8 drivers remaining. What will the reverse grid take then? There's 36 laps, so 18 laps with 36. Yeah, Paige, that was really, really crazy, man. I've never seen anything like it in all races that it comes on. As with Sopul is still leading the way, but he needs to pit again, and we have Krondok needs to pit again, and Anonymous needs to pit again as well, I think. Or not, I'm not sure about that. Let's see. He doesn't need to. I mean, if he can take these mediums all the way, he can, but... Yellow flag is sector 2, and is it Lowen who's crashed it out? Yes, it is. Lowen has just spun it a bit, but I don't think he has some damage, you know. DRS is being enabled this lap. So that is Crescent an advantage over Krondok here, because he's within a second of the car in front of him. So we can use DRS in the particular DRS zones on this track here in Zandvoort. We have Lowen. Is he assigned to pit? If he's pitting his damage. Yes, he has got some damage with that crash there. And there's a 5-second time penalty for speeding the pit lane. Once again, I think for Lowen. Was it the first time for Lowen? No, it's the second time for him. He gets a 10-second time penalty for speeding a pit lane. So this is the DRS zone here of Zandvoort. There's one of the DRS zones on this track here. I think the second one is at the finish line at the main straight, if I'm not like wrong. Crescent enemy now just like half a second behind Krondok, and I think, yeah, here's the second DRS zone. That's Krondok coming into pit lane. That's Krondok coming in for his first stop and only stop of the Grand Prix here in Zandvoort, hopefully. And we don't have real battles for now here. The battle we have is for first place, and there's what, like 1.3 seconds separating those two guys here at the top. We've only like 9 laps to go here in Zandvoort, 8.5. Nothing to talk about really at this point, I think. We have Crescent enemy who's up 1 place. We have Anonymous who's up 1 place from the start. We have Krondok up 3 places. CGS is up 6 places. He started from 11, he's now 5th. We have Tico who's up 2 places. We have Luke who's up 3 places, and Logan is down 2 places here in this Grand Prix in Zandvoort. Time penalty is just Anonymous, who has a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane, and we have Sopuli coming in, and what is he going to do? I think he might be on for the mediums. Yeah, there's a medium compound there for Sopuli, because there's also a rule you need to choose like 2 different tires to race on. So especially like for example, you're going in for you're starting on softs, and yeah, you just need to go in and get the mediums or hards on. That's a rule in F1, and if you break it, it will end up being disqualified. You also can choose for like soft hards or medium hards, so every combination is good, I think, but yeah. That's like basic rules of F1. Crescent enemy is leading the way here, but I think he needs to pit again. 3-second time penalty for CGS there for track limits. I think that isn't going to affect this race result because he's 7 seconds up on Tico. No, it won't affect this race result for the moment. But he has closed in on Kronok, hasn't he? We have a yellow flag there, and there's a Kronok. Kronok has crashed it out in the last turn of the track here at Zandvoort. Is that causing a virtual safety car, or maybe even a full safety car? And I think you can't overtake there, can you? It was a yellow flag, but CGS has just put it the fastest lap of the race, 1:13.2 here in the Red Bull. With Kronok pitting, new nose on, new mediums on. The top, there's nothing happening for the moment with Crescent. He's 5.5 seconds up. I see a bit of an orange light area there, orange tribune actually. Yeah, that's because we're racing in Zandvoort, and Zandvoort is in the Netherlands, and everyone is probably like cheering on Max Verstappen or something. Although he's not racing tonight, but alright. We have ZGS here in 4th place, Tico in 5th, the championship leader in 6th place. But what is Crescent actually doing? He's made a stop. He has already made a stop, so he might win this race. Then yeah, he's going to win the race probably. If he doesn't make any mistakes, I think Crescent is going to win the sprint race here. We do some serious business for the championship then, because the 4th place is only 7 points behind Luke, you know. Who is the championship leader, and the 2nd and 3rd place are not in for tonight. Nothing really like going on a track for the moment. Everyone is just separated by 5 to 12 seconds of each other. As you saw, Fruit Giver in Discord saying that he was in the cold tires, and that was the main thing causing him to crash out and causing that massive crash. You see Logan crashing it and reversing it on track. Not sure if that's legal what he's doing. What is he actually doing? Almost crashed out Crescent there. That low him. No, but Fruit Giver's tires were very cold. That was the reason he was crashing it out. I think he hasn't warmed up his tires properly, and yeah, then you're just crashing down at the restart because of a bit of wheel spin and stuff. Yeah, Paige, yeah, Lone nearly took out the leader there. Your teammate as well. Bet you'd be fuming if you took out Crescent there. Do we have something going on the track for the moment? I think Luke is closing a bit on Tico, isn't he? Yes, he is. He's closing the gap to Tico there. So maybe we'll have a battle for 5th and 6th place here near the end of the Grand Prix here in Zandvoort, but they'll take a few more laps to close that gap, I think. Who has crashed? There's a low him again. That's low him again. I think his tires are overheating. And oh my god, hopefully he isn't taking that guy, his teammate out, which was Sopuli in 3rd place. Luckily for Loam and Sopuli, you saw him in time. As you guys can see, if you crash one time in Zandvoort, your tires are so overheating that you're just crashing it out time after time, as we see Loam just crashing it out there. Wait, how is that? How is that not a DNF? That was literally one of the biggest crashes I've ever seen. And yeah, that's him not out, which is really weird, but okay. I think he's spinning this lap then, just to finish the Grand Prix. As if Anonymous spinning out, Anonymous was in second place. And so Puli is now going to run to the outside to take second place away from Anonymous there. Big scenes there for the second and third place. Made a little mistake there, and it's very easy to do that in Zandvoort. As we see that Lucas got 5th place, and he's overtook Tico there for 5th place. I didn't even see that because Anonymous was crashed out. All my attention was going to that. So we have Kraz now crossing the finish line to start his 17th lap of the Grand Prix. Still 2 laps remaining here in the sprint race in Zandvoort. After that, we will set up the lobby for the reverse grid. We'll do it by a custom grid. Loam has now been lapped, but he's still in 8th place, you know. He'll still get some decent points in. CGS now getting the fastest lap of the Grand Prix and won 12.7 there in the Rebel on the soft compound. And Anonymous is not giving the second place up, but he takes his 5-second time penalty serve. Yeah, yes. There's no point for Anonymous of battling with so Puli there. Literally no point. If you just hold on, you just get 3rd place. And there'll be a podium spot here in the sprint race. Krasen is now starting his final lap here. Now cross the finish line to start his last lap of the Grand Prix. In the McLaren there. Let's see here. We're going on board with Krasen for his last lap of the Grand Prix in the McLaren. And he will grab the full points here in the sprint race. But he's taking not any risks here, just to take the victory in the sprint. Going towards the last corners here of the track in Zandvoort. Watch out for that curb here. And with this, like, what is it? This really tight corner. As we have him crossing the finish line to win the Grand Prix. To win the sprint race actually in this Zandvoort Grand Prix here. So we have the Alpine of Sopuli getting the 2nd place. With Anonymous crossing the finish line in Aston Martin to become 3rd. Gets a 5-second time penalty for unserved penalties. Is it going to affect this race result, I think, because CJ is crossing the finish line to get the 4th place here in the sprint race. Luke is getting 5th here. Is the championship leader. After that massive crash there. Involving I don't know how many drivers. And I think Tico will snatch it away from Luke here. Won't he? 5th place. No, it's just 2 seconds behind him then. After time penalties, so Kronda crossing finish line 7 and Loam hopefully will get that 8th place in. I think Loam will cross the finish line here to become 8 in this Grand Prix. He now crossed the finish line to finish in 8th in the Alpine. So that was the first race of the evening. And we have the biggest race of the evening coming up now. It is a reverse grid 50% race that takes 36 laps. And the guy who finished the last place in the sprint race here, he will start on pole position in the reverse grid. As we have McLaren showing some love to the crowd there and taking the trophy with him there. This the American guy here. So you have the Alpine driver just putting a bit of champagne to the crowd and on the McLaren driver as well. So Crescent wins the sprint race here with a 10 seconds advantage over So Pully in second place. Anonymous becomes third with CGS taking, I think, a point for the fastest lap in fourth place. We have Luke in fifth, our championship leader. We have Tico in 6th, Chrono coming on 7, Loman 8, Luis Furtado in 9, Fruit Griver in 10, and Dil Johnny in 11th place. The bottom 3 drivers have crashed out because of some incidents that happened on track. We'll be back with you guys very shortly here to go with the reverse grid. We're setting up that grid in a few minutes. So we get a message in from Lowen that the DNF guy will... everyone who is DNF will still start in last place here. Let's actually see. Doing a custom grid. Never done it before. Let me ask then. Need to switch the settings to 36 laps, I think. Weekend structure is... oh, here it is, yeah. Custom grid. We have qualify format off, race long, grid editor. So it is... I think Lone will start in pole position then. Lone will start in first place, I think, with Krondock in second place. Krondock will start second with Tico third. Luke will start in fourth place here. CGS in 5th. We have Anonymous then in 6th. So Pulley in 7th. Rufsatado 8, I think. Oh no, Crescent 8. Rufsatado 9, I think, and Forgiver in 10. So I think that is how the grid should look like. So I think that's it. As we told to put pit assist on, so let's do that. Let's put the pit assist on. Alright, I think that's it then. We're waiting now, I think. Do we need to fix something else? Because I'm hosting tonight, because I couldn't join. Lone is normally the host. I couldn't join him, but he could join me, so I'm hosting the lobby tonight. Go to weekend structure here. We have on long. So I think that it's good, isn't it? Someone's asking to let me see the positions. These are the positions, I think. Let's take a picture of that. He's not watching the stream, I think. Like that. I think we're just waiting for everyone to ready up now, as we fixed all the settings. Do we have the formation lab on? That's something we need to watch out for as well. Need to show it in the general chat here in Discord. Like that. I think we're just waiting for everyone to ready up now, aren't we? As we're running up here, and we're good to go for the reverse grid race here, which will be 50% race, 36 laps. Hopefully everyone can make it through quite well here. We're waiting for everyone to ready up here, and then we'll be good to go for the 50% race here at the around the circuit of Zandvoort. Yeah, Paige, it will be the grand finale indeed. It looks very, very sunny to be fair, so I think we shouldn't see some rain. But it can change very quickly in this game, as we all know, so you never know. But I think it will be a full dry race. We're underway, and I think now is 10 seconds and then another 30 maybe. That doesn't qualify, I think. I think we'll be underway in a few seconds time with the formation lap. So Luis Furtado has left the session. As Crescent Enemy has left the session. What is happening here? Hopefully it isn't glitch though. Think it might, you know. No, it needs 30 seconds to start, okay. With Lowen starting on pole position here today, with Chrono in second place and Tico in third place. This is the reverse grid I was talking about. With Crescent won last race in 8th place, but the guys with DNF will still need to start in the last positions. Which was very unfortunate really for Tado, because he couldn't do anything there. May all be wondering why it is a bit laggy, because that is, I am from the EU region, and this league is also always really like a Australian based league. So yeah, it's an Australian time zone we are racing in, and I'm in the EU time zone in Belgium, so that's why it sometimes is a bit laggy on your screen. Was Krondock there cutting the corner? He was cutting the corner in the formation lap, like, oh god, I hope he doesn't do that in the race though, in the Alfa Romeo. Which tires everyone's starting on? That would be interesting, I think. We have so many strategies here. We have 5 guys who are starting on softs, then we have Luke, Crescent and Luis Furtado on mediums, and ZGS and Fruitgiver on the hard compound. Probably is a medium hard strategy, a soft hard strategy, but the guys who are starting on the hards have picked an alternative strategy, so yeah, should be very interesting actually to see these different strategies on track. We're almost on the way for 36 laps here in Zandvoort for El Gran Finale here. It's almost lights out there. It's almost lights out. As we see, what is that? What has happened there? See everyone crashing out. What the fuck is going on? Loman has already DNF'd, and Isn't that like a restart or something, Ness? We have a safety car in the first corner. That was a bit... Don't know how to say it, but it was very unfortunate. We have everyone just retiring. That is a red flag, isn't it? That should be red flag now. Really should be red flag this. Fruity Giver just started too early, and I think Luis Furtado just followed him, and oh my god, there was a bit carnage there. Fruit Giver has retired. Still 3 guys left, yeah. I think this is a restart here. Yeah, Lone says restart, yeah, I think it indeed is a restart. It is a restart here. Yeah, that was a bit carnage. We're restarting here in Zandvoort, and hopefully we get a better restart out of this bus, because that was just carnage. So yeah, these are not the actual race results, because yeah, everyone's just retired and it was over and out. We're waiting for the restart here. Let's see if the grid order is still correct though. I think it was weekend structure, and then yeah, custom grid editor. It's still good. Grid order is still correct, I think. There's a few guys that got banned, so we need a little lobby. So we're leaving this one, we're just... oh, now we're starting a new lobby as well. It has been a very unfortunate day here, but let's just do this. Inviting everyone, or trying to invite everyone. Track select, let me select Zandvoort. Zandvoort it is. Weekend structure. qualifying off, session line along. Wait with the grid editor until everyone is joined. Rules and flags on strict, safety car standard, formation lap on. Ghosting was off. I think that was it, apart from the grid order then. I think everyone is in, so we're just doing the grid order once again then, I think. With a custom grid. If it was correct, it was Loam and oh wait. Need to start as spectator first. Spectator. Oh, real F1. Okay, that was. I forgot that. Is everyone actually in? I don't think everyone is in though. Thanks for being patient, says Paige. Yeah, no worries, mate. Actually fixing this right now, but I don't think anyone is joining, is it? Think nobody is joining then, alright. Starting grid, custom grid, grid editor, it was low in pole position, where I think it was... Oh, let me quickly check. Kronok was second, that was it, yeah. Kronok was second, it was Tico third, CGS was fourth, I think, or was it Luke? It was Luke. CGS in fifth. Anonymous sixth. We have, that was the one guy that isn't in, so we've Crescent then up to 7th. And we've Luis Furtado with Fruit Giver, Journey and SJ the 1, so I think that's the grid and we're good to go. Oh, SJ, you're in as well now, alright. Good to see, man. I think that is the grid for the Grand Prix here. We're waiting for one more guy to join now. Let me see if this guy is joining then. I think it was actually the winner. Oh no, it was the winner was Crescent. We're still waiting for, it was the teammate of Logan in the Alpine. We're waiting for the other Alpine to join today. If he's not joining, then we're just good to go because the grid has been set. Oh, he has joined, alright. Let me just quickly... Oh, guys, let me do this. So poorly, where was he at? Oh god, let me see. So poorly was in 7th place. Crescent in 8, yeah, that was it, alright. I think that was the grid. And we should be good to go now. Someone's coming up the chat and saying, can I join? Do you mean the race or do you mean like the league to join? If you're not yet in the league, I'll have someone who put the Discord link right now in the chat in a few minutes time, I think. So yeah. If you want to join the league, he'll just put the Discord link in the chat here in the stream chat, I think. Thanks for putting the link up, Dal. Really appreciate it, mate. Yeah, indeed, join and please read the rules, because yeah, there's some guys that have raced with us, I think, and they didn't know the rules like that well, and yeah. That wasn't like really nice to race with. Thanks for the comments. Say Dal, thank you, Dal, man. I'm doing my best. I do everything I can for now, but on Saturdays I sometimes will be able to make it, and sometimes I won't be able to make it. So yeah. And today I have nothing to do, so. Apart from the refereeing in the evening, but that's still like 6 or 7 hours remaining till then. Also, good news to mention for you guys that we managed to get affiliated today. Means we got like 5 conditions done, and yeah. Give me a few more options to stream. Will unlock extra features for all of you guys, for me as well, and I'm very thankful for that. So yeah, up to more, guys. Hopefully get to the 100 very shortly. Will take loads of dedication and stuff, but we will get there in the end. You're taking up from the UK. Mate, I chat a lot with guys from the UK, and that's why I have probably like a UK accent. But I'm from Belgium, so English is not like my main language. Main language is Dutch, so that's why I sound so like British. With Lowen starting on pole here, with Crown Dog at 2nd place and Teiko in 3rd place. With Luke starting 4th place, TGS in 5th. We have Anonymous at 6th, So Pulley in 7th place, who finished in 2nd place in the sprint race. Krasen won the last sprint race. We'll start in 8th with Luis Furtado in 9th, with Fruit Giver in 10th. We have Dil Johnny in 11th, with SJ the 1 then in 12th place, who recently joined. He was able to join because of the delay, so we have some extra drivers in for tonight. What strategy is everyone on? That's what I'm asking myself right now. Telemetry up, lab data not. Crondock mediums, Risotado mediums, Free Giver mediums, as usual mediums. Still Johnny on softs and all the rest are on softs as well, with Loam going off the grass a bit here, but... And we have Pico just smashing everything there. He's not showing any mercy there. Alright, hopefully that doesn't repeat itself in the race. And hopefully we get a better start out of this than the previous one, because it was just a red flag immediately. We'll be underway in a few seconds time from now on with the start. Hopefully it will be a better one here. It's lights out there and everyone seems to be pretty good, I think. As we have first crash on track right from Del Johnny there. Once again him crashing out before the first corner as well. Everyone seems to be fine though, so we should be underway for the race right now. For 36 laps around the circuit of Zandvoort. 36 laps, so that is very many laps, and Tony is just crashing that time after time. Everyone has made it out pretty well. Loam in the lead though, we're 8 tenths separating him from Tiku. But there's a reverse grid, so we have CGS now attacking Crondock for 4th place. Down the outside he goes actually. Doesn't give him an advantage here. So we have a battle between Anonymous and Crescent as well. A bit of a touch there from Anonymous on Crescent, but Crescent's made it through and is up to 6th place now. Is the winner from the sprint. And we have someone crashing it out here. That is So Pulley, who was 2nd in the first race. Let's see what's happening here between ZGS and Crondock. ZGS is not able to make it through for the moment, but as I said before, Zandvoort is a very hard circuit to overtake because it's so tight and it's such a fast circuit as well, with loads of fast corners. So yeah, that's basically a bit track layout of Zandvoort explained. Del Johnny's in for the pit lane for another set of softs. Yellow flag there in sector 2, and who's crashed it? Oh, there's a few guys crashed it out, and that's Anonymous who lost his front wing with Fruit Giver reversing it there. Reset it to track. I don't know if that is legal to do though, but oh my god, that was we're seeing loads of carnage actually in Zandvoort here today. You wouldn't expect anything else. If Luke now attacking Tico for 2nd place here. We have a few battles going on here on track. It's very different from the first race, which was everything just so far from each other. See, Jazz is now attacking towards the outside of Crondock, but he hasn't found his way through for the moment. He's waiting for that little mistake of Crondock, I think, that little Gabby he is letting fall. So the inside now is just staying behind him, is being patient. It's very good of CGS to be a bit patient, because we still have like 34 laps to go. So yeah, 33 after this one. Luke, oh, that was a big crash from Crondock there. Big crash there from Crondock. And ZGS as well. Was the contact between the two drivers and they're not out. How is that even possible? They're not out. Don't even know how this hasn't caused a virtual safety car or a safety car. I literally don't know. We have Tico now attacking Luke, or Luke has attacked Tico, but Tico is trying to counter Luke here. There's going to be a counter attack from him here. From the Alfa Romeo driver who started in the third as well. Crescent is almost 3 seconds behind for the moment. He has some work to do here in the reverse race here today. He needs to work for it for the moment. So, and Luke is in front of him as well with the current championship leader. And the Alpha Tauri. Loam is up front though. He's 1.8 seconds in front now of Luke, 1.7. Luis Furtado is trying to attack Crescent here. He's looking very quick as well. It's Luis Furtado. Johnny gets a 3-second time penalty there from track limits for multiple warnings. Furtado is still right at the back of Crescent there. But I think those two are like literally two of the fastest drivers at the field. And we have Tico crashing there. Tico has spun it there in one of the most popular parts of the track to do it as well. It is such a difficult corner that if you don't have the flow, you'll just crash out. Yellow flag is actually as joining again probably. But he needs to watch out because the leaders are coming now towards him. And I really hope he doesn't rejoin and safely there. Where is he even at? Oh, there. There is that. Alright. Lowen's still in the lead, but Luke is now making the gap a bit smaller. It is now 0.8 of a second between Loam and Luke that separate each other. Furtado still right at the back of Crescent there in the battle for third place. Camera wasn't working. That's the battle we're going to watch here between Crescent and Luis Furtado. For third and fourth place that is, and Johnny has to decide to call it a day on track. And that has caused a virtual safety car here. And it's caused a full safety car even, a switch to a full safety car here. So that's the first full safety car to reverse grid. Really unfortunate here that we have another safety car. That's the first one of this race, but the previous race we had one as well. So, and Johnny has crashed it out once again there, so that's his weekend going from bad to worse there. 2 times DNF for him. So all driving behind the Aston Martin safety car now. We still have, what is it, like 30 laps remaining? Yeah, 30 laps. Let's see here today. We don't have any time penalty so far, which is a very positive point. We have SJ1 is up 7 places, Luke is up 2 places, Krasn up 5 places, Restart is up 5 places. And what is happening there with SO Pulley as he made an error somewhere because Tico overtook him there. Krasn is pitting, so Krasn is switching his strategy here, and he's going for another set of softs, which is a pretty weird strategy, I think, but it's his call, and I think he feels confident after that win in the sprint race. Does Krasn. So Pulley is going for softs as well. Maybe going for soft, medium or something. Soft, hard maybe even, so. Loam is still in the lead though, after 8 laps in this Grand Prix. Will he be able to keep the momentum going here, coming towards the last 29 laps in Zandvoort? Because everyone is real out the back now, because Luke is championship leader, Luis Furtado is a very fast driver, SJ is a very fast driver as well. Krasn is 7, so he's not won this race yet, has Loam. Safety cars in this lap. There's a pretty late call there, but the safety car will be in at the end of this lap, and we'll be up back to racing speed very shortly here. When Loam is ready to go, we are. Loam has decided to go again. It was a very good restart there from Loam, and Lucas didn't expect that, I think. He's now 7 times behind him with SJ1 going down the inside here of Luis Furtado. Bit of contact there, and he took it down the inside, and SJ1 has crashed it there in the first corner of the restart. Not the restart he wanted there in the Ferrari, but we have Luis Furtado now in 3rd place, with Tico in 4th, all still very tight, of course, because the restart. Krasn now trying to attack Kroondog for 5th place. He's not an easy driver to overtake, is Kroondog. Let's see if Krasn can do something about it. Now we have So Pulley 210 separating with Fruit Giver. We're seeing loads of moves here. Krasn isn't making a move, I think. So Pulley isn't making a move either. I'll just wait and see here then. So Pulley now down the outside, tries to make a move down the outside of Fruit Giver, and we have a crash there with a Monimus, and he has lost his front wing on the hards, and that's him into the pits for new nose. So Pulley right at the tail here, Fruit Giver right at the tail. There's loads of ERS to use, you know. 84% man, 90% now. The Fruit Giver as well, like 80%, because the restart probably. Krasn's now closing in here on Kroondog, but he's still behind him. And no DRS for now, I think. Or is DRS been running low enough to put the fastest lap of the Grand Prix here on 14.4. Very impressive from Logan there. And he's still leading in the 11th lap of the Grand Prix here. I think the Alpine will make a move here on the Ferrari. So pulley against through giver here. Not happening for now. Oh, this is someone going really wide there, and ZJazz has spun it, and oh, there's a very harsh reverse there. He's crashed it though. It has GGS there, and that's him down to 10th place, and then for a new nose probably. What's going on in the front here, because it's still low. And Luke, who is now closing in because of the DRS. Luis Furtado puts a fast lap. The Grand Prix in 3rd place, 1:14.3. There's loads of guys who are battling for P1 now. Tico is not. He's behind his leader as well. So can Tico maybe do something as well in 4th place here? Krasn is still behind Krondock, you know. Really can't overtake him for the moment. I think he will in the DRS zone on the straight. I think that will be you'll make him move there. So I see someone coming into the chat saying, want to become famous? No, I really want to become famous, but I am not buying any followers, mate. Not buying any followers. I can do it in a proper way if I want. Just jokes, guys. Luis Furtado gets a 5-second time penalty there for a severe collision with Luke, which we captured on screen under virtual safety car conditions. Will be reviewed with this. That's one for the stewards, I think. That's just one for the stewards. Will it cause a full safety car? I hope it won't. And ZGS has decided to call it a day in the pit lane. He is not continuing this Grand Prix anymore in Zandvoort. Yeah, PG, hopefully Lowen can keep the momentum going. I wouldn't expect him to win though, but if he can do that, we're very impressed. You're almost halfway through this Grand Prix here, but we're waiting to go back to racing speed again because we're under virtual safety car conditions here, and now we're just returning back to racing speed as the RS is being enabled as well. And Tico, he's going to battle up with Lowen, you know, and the Alfa Romeo. Tico now trying to attack Lowen, but it's just too far behind for the moment. So we have the Alfa Romeo with Krondock still in 3rd place with Krasn. We really can't overtake Krondock for the moment, you know, but he has much more ERS to use. He has 80%, while Krondock only has 25. So if you can save that ERS, you'll be able to overtake him very easily in a very shortly, I think. Tico's are 3 tenths behind Lowen. There's a battle for the lead here between Lowen and Tico. Going towards the DRS zone here. It's across the finish line for lap 15. Tico puts his fast lap of the Grand Prix, 114.3. Crescent has overtaken Krondok here. And so Pulley fast lap now 114.2. He's in 6th place, puts a fast lap of the Grand Prix here. Crescent now in 3rd place, it'll be a 1-3 for him. And it'll be a very, very solid result. And I think he will be the new championship leader for the moment in Tier 1 here. Who's attacking SG1, I think. They are at a point of track where you can't overtake. So we're going back to the leaders here, who are 4 tenths behind each other for the moment. What is Lowen's ERS on? Oh, only 16%, and Tico has 43. With a yellow flag there, and that's SJ1, I think. That's SJ1 who has lost his nose, and he's in for a new front wing. Will it cause a VSC or maybe even a full safety car? No, it won't. Lowe is in the pit lane, and what will he decide to do then? What strategy will Lowe go for? You can go to mediums. If you manage your tires pretty well, I think you can take the mediums towards the end of the race. So that's Lowe taking a serious option here to like take the Grand Prix win, or maybe just a podium. Podium would be great. There's some gaps between everyone else for the moment now, as Crescent is trying to hunt Tico down here for 1st place. We have also very nice to see like the detailed crowd of Zandvoort there. It's all just orange fans and stuff, and that's really just decent to see that they added like a detail, something that detailed to the game. With Crescent now almost within a second of Tico, is almost there. He's almost at the tail of Tico now, is Crescent, who won the sprint race as well. But what tires is he on? That's what I'm asking myself now. 8 lap old softs, and Tico is on 9 lap old softs. Krondok 12 lap old softs, and Fruitgiver 13 lap old mediums. They all need to pit very shortly. No penalties or whatsoever for the moment, as we have Crescent there smashing like the board there. He's literally using all his ERS to come with the tail of Tico, but it isn't happening for now. Fruitgiver now right at the tail of Krondok. Fruitgiver, will he decide to give it a go for 3rd place here in Krondok? Krondok is in the pit lane, with Fruitgiver is now going to 3rd place with Pulley in 4th. We have Krondok in the pit lane with Luke going to 5th now, Lowe going to 6th probably. Well, Krondok be when he returns to the track, he will be in 8th place behind Luis Furtado, who just pulled the fast lap of the race with a 113.1. Let's see that correct. So Pulley is now right at the tail of Fruitgiver. He's only 7 times behind, you know, in the Alpine. What will he decide to do on Fruitgiver? Is he deciding to give it a go? I think the distance is a bit too much. Maybe Fruitgiver will decide to pit. Won't he? No, he won't. But so Pulley still has 60% ERS and Fruitgiver also 57. But the two leaders only having 11%, 16%. We have now so Pulley opening up the DRS to give it a go and Fruitgiver. The distance is way too far. He's way too far off there, but he will be closer at the finish line hopefully, and maybe can make a move there. He has 79% of ERS to use. I really hope he can use he can use loads of it if he wants to. Will he? Yes, he will. And Fruitgiver will defend with ERS as well. And Fruitgiver just gave up like 20% ERS for that, and so Pulley only used like 5% or 10% maybe. So that's a bit of advantage for so Pulley there in terms of the ERS. But Fruitgiver still needs to pit, and I think so Pulley doesn't. Yeah, he does. 11 volt softs. He needs to pit as well. When is so Pulley deciding to give it a go in Fruitgiver? When will the attack happen here? And is as the one deciding to give it, deciding to call it a day here in the pit lane, or isn't he? Ferrari, we have so Pulley trying to attack. Is he down the inside or not? No, he hasn't. Just waiting and seeing there. Waiting for an error. Tico is in the pit lane here for Alfa Romeo. Where will he turn on track? He'll be behind Lowen, who has crashed. Lowen was crashed, and and he took out. Oh, that was harsh. I think he took out Tico as well there, that Lowen. And that's those two guys out for the victory here. Oh my god, alright. Lowen has lost his nose. Makes way too many errors as Lowen. With Krondock right behind him, and he just needs to let him through because there's no way he gets this corner right. Track limits there for Lowen. So Pulley is still 5 tenths a second behind Fruitgiver here. Krondock is up a place. Tico's up to 7. He's down to 7. Someone in the chat saying is this on PC? No, it made it is all on PS4 and PS5. This PS platform here. Yeah, mate, it's PS4. Crashing into the pit lane, going for mediums. We have so Pulley now who has almost crashed it out. But contact between him and Fruitgiver, and that gives Fruitgiver a bit of an advantage there. Really chaotic race if you ask me, but nobody's got some time penalties so far to their names, I think. No, nobody's got some time penalties to their name. We're already at lap 22 here. With Fruitgiver first place, so Pulley now in second place. He is only 7 tenths off for the moment, but when will both guys decide to pit? Because they both need to pit again, and Luis Furtado has spun it in the Red Bull, and that's crashing up to 4th place already. And he's now lapping SJ1 as well. We still have 14 laps remaining in this Grand Prix here in Zandvoort. In the 50% race, we already had a 25% race before, which was won by Crescent in front of So Pulley, I think. And I think it was, not sure, was Anonymous third? Not sure about it. I think it was Anonymous in third. But yeah, there's the second race of the evening here. So we have now So Pulley still 6 stands behind Fruitgiver. When will these guys decide to pit? These tires from both of the guys will be very, very dead now. Yeah, So Pulley is pitting now. Fruitgiver isn't, but So Pulley needs to pit. He's on softs, so he's pitting now. We get pretty much full ERS with it as well. These goes to softs for 12 or 13 laps on softs. Crashing up to third place with that. So Pulley will be coming out in fourth place here. Luke is now in second place, but what are his tires on? 10 lap old mediums. I think he will bring this towards the end of the race, you know. And Fruitgiver is on 20 lap old mediums, so he will be stopping pretty soon. Lucas deciding to give it a go, I think, and Fruitgiver on the straight. Reese Tyler is retired from the session, and he has crashed it out on track there, and I think that might be a safety car, you know. Is it a safety car? Fruitgiver is pitting now. Yeah, obviously he's pitting now. You're going to the soft compound here. Crashing up to second place now. So Pulley, will he be in front of Fruitgiver there? Will be very tight here. Oh, will be in front there. I think it will be So Pulley, you know. Yeah, the So Pulley was up in front of Fruitgiver there, third place. He's made the undercut work there on Fruitgiver. And Lucas looking to win this Grand Prix for the moment, with only 12 laps to be driven for the moment. Is there any battles going on the track? Fruitgiver is now letting So Pulley go. He's 1.3 seconds behind him, so Pulley has put out a bit of a gap there to Fruitgiver for third place. As we see, rain, I think. Was that rain I saw? I think that was rain, you know. Or was it just me? Yeah, this is looking very cloudy. As I said before, it can change very quickly in this game. Can the weather conditions. Will we go to intermediate or to rain pretty shortly? Not sure though. What else have we got going on here on track? And indeed it is rain. I saw rain there. There's not real battles going on track. Fruitgiver is maintaining a bit the gap to So Pulley. He's not like really closing the gap. He's not falling back as either, so could be in for a good battle, maybe for third place here. But I think Luke is taking this towards the finish line to win, unless the weather conditions will drastically change here. Now he's coming closer. He was just 1.1 seconds there. If he can get the DRS, I think he will be at the tail of So Pulley. He was only 2 seconds behind Crescent as well. Still like 8 laps remaining in this Grand Prix. Nothing really going on track. It is looking a bit wet, you know. But the guys are not looking very slippery, so... Bit of weird conditions in my opinion here in Zandvoort. And So Pulley is now, yeah, he's closing the gap to Crescent. So, will we have a battle for second and third place maybe? Will we have a big battle here for second and third place? That's the question. There's 1 second separating each other. So Pulley went fastest overall in sector 2. I saw on the full track map. Will this be a new fastest lap of the Grand Prix here? Will it? Yes it will. 113.104 there for So Pulley, which is the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, and he is right at the tail of Crescent now. Really upping his game now to take second place away from Crescent, who is on the medium compound. Three-tenths of a second is the difference between Crescent and So Pulley here in the McLaren and the Alpine. What ERS does he have? Oh, he only has 10% ERS, and So Pulley has 40. think this will be overtake here to main straight, won't it? He's taking the inside line there, so Puli needs to take it on the outside. Bit of a switchback, and we see Crescent still in second place, and so Puli still in third place. A really nice battle here for second and third place. Will he decide to make a move? No, here you can't make a move around this like particular point of the track. It's really tight. Oh, he's making a move here on the outside of Crescent. On the outside he goes, and oh, very nice overtake there. But it hasn't got the DRS. Crescent has got the DRS there. And Crescent's now up to second place again, I think. Oh, it's really tight here. They're really next to each other. I think Crescent. Oh, contact between Crescent there, and so Puli is getting really intense now for second and third place. As so Puli gets the DRS, and he will go besides Crescent once again, and he will be up to second place. And Fruitgiver is really benefiting from this, and he's in fourth place for the moment, but he's closing the gap to these two drivers here. Now gaps are starting to fall. As I see indeed a bit of rain actually. At some parts of the track I see like these raindrops, but at some parts of the track I don't see them, so... Yeah, now we see them more clearly, the raindrops. Anonymous now closing the gap to Tico here. As the grip will start to fall away here. Because of the rain that is getting a bit heavier now. Fruitgiver is half a second behind Crescent. Crescent is being threatened for... Yeah, I think he will be down to 4th place if he isn't like very cautious now. Fruitgiver is down the outside of Crescent once again. Chooses Crescent the inside line. No contact whatsoever, and we see more heavy rain indeed. Now we can see it very nicely on the screen that it's raining. Oh, there was a big hit there from Crescent on Fruitgiver. Big hit there from him. That is damage his front wing, surely. Surely that's damage his front wing there. Will everyone decide to stay out now? I think everyone will, you know. Just struggle towards the last couple of laps. Tico gets a 3-second time penalty for track limits here. Crescent's not giving on this 3rd place here, but it won't be really like easy to do that because the rain is making it way worse. The grip will start to fall away here, and this will be very, very difficult to end this race without any problems, I think, on the slicks. Everyone still looks very stable on these tires, but as you can see the rain very clearly here. It was sunny at the beginning, but now it is starting to rain with 2 laps to go. Only 1 lap to go actually, I think, when Luke crossed the finish line in a few seconds time. Krasn is closing the gap to Fruit Giver once again. Krasn on 9/10 still behind Fruit Giver as we go on board with Luke for his last lap around Zandvoort here. Still looking a bit stable, I think. Is it looking stable in mediums in the rain here? Because mediums in the rain are very difficult to drive on, especially these corners here in Zandvoort. Yeah, indeed, the grip is starting to fall away. You can see it by the speed he's driving with in the corners. That it isn't like easy to drive now on the medium compound in the rain. See, it is very slippery now. It's getting very slippery. Hopefully it doesn't crash out on this last corner here, because it will be very easy to do so. I was on a bit wide there, but Luke wins the Grand Prix here. Wins the El Grande Finale in Zandvoort. And so Pulley will be second, I think, if he doesn't crash out in the last corner. With Fruit Giver who will be third. And grabbing the final podium spot here, Krasn will be fourth. With Kroondok now. Oh no, it's looking very wet. Oh, you can't drive on Haas in these wet circumstances that well, I think. Kroondok is probably crossing the finish line in 5th place. I hope for him. Last corner of the track here. And that's Kroondok crossing the finish line to become 5th here today in Zandvoort in the reverse grid race, with Loam crossing the finish line to be in P6. Anonymous here will cross the finish line for P7. Ezra the one has finished already in P9. Anonymous P7 for him. And Tico was the last one to cross the finish line in P9 then. P8 then, sorry. Ezra the one in P9. Tico is warming up his tires, yeah. Really easy to spin now. Yeah, SJ, that was indeed a very shocking race. It was a really hard race towards the end, I think, with all the rain and stuff. Tico now in P8 over the finish line here. That's so Pulley gets the driver of the day here today. Logan AlphaTauri is celebrating his victory here, taking the trophy home for AlphaTauri. I think that's so Pulley 2 times the 2nd place, you know. That was the end of the Grand Prix with Luke, who won the reverse grid here. In first place, he came home with Sopuli in second place, Frugiver in third, with Crescent in fourth. These three had a real nice battle. Grondok came home in P5 with Low in P6, Anonymous P7, Tico P8, SG1 was the last finisher in P9, as we have Luis Furtado, ZGS and Del Johnny crashing it out. And that was the Grand Prix for tonight, lads. That was it for tonight, so I would like to thank everyone for watching, and I see you guys next time. Bye bye.